All right, guys, so I think we are live. Let me start by making sure we are. Let's see here. It's loading up. Loading up. There we go. Hey, Merrick, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. We've also got the one in the house. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're going to start by grabbing the live link here. We're also going to talk a little bit about the current event that we have, of course, right? Let me grab this link here. Hey, Gary H, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're going to post the link up into our Discord. There we go. It's up and running. Now, remember, if you're new to the channel, we do have Sunday winners chosen from our January Facebook contest and January web contest here. February will be run a little differently. I'll let you guys know more about that as we get into the month of February. All right. So anyway, that is now up and live. All right. So we got that going. We do have our standard 3 free boxes and 5 Titan artifacts. We're just going to claim some of these base rewards that we haven't done as people trickle in. We've also got the Weaving Patterns event. I really want to make a video on this, but I think we're going to cover it in the live, so I think that should be sufficient. So here's the hoping. Mr. Big, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Hey, Anthony Smith, nice to have you here. All the way from cold, wet England. It is not wet here, but it is not sunny either. It is just a little bit chilly in general, so I agree with you there 100%. Hey Prax, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're going to check out this event to start because, quite frankly, I was going to do it last night and I fell asleep because the events start for me at around 11, 12, 1, depending on where I am in the US. So can't always make a video the same night or morning, depending on how you view it. So, all right, let's take a look here. We will start by claiming our energy, but we're going to really be talking first. Ascension Asgard's on its last legs. We got Weaving Patterns, though. Don't miss out on this unique chance to increase your hero's power. Are you tenacious enough to spin the threads of fate into the patterns of your choosing? Do you have what it takes to finish the tapestry? This boon is granted only to Dominion's most worthy. All right, so welcome guest. Looks like we've got some golden thread here. I'm going to claim day 1 and day 2 since I did log in right before the new day started. We have VIP. Not really too interested in picking that up. Challenges await. Now, this is something that I think is a little interesting. I do want those soul crystals. I don't know if I can get that much energy pumped out, but it is intriguing. I am intrigued. Glitter of Emerald, so that is spending your emeralds. And of course, they do have some really nice rewards, but I'm not going for that. Gold, right? This seems pretty doable, spending gold. Now, completing summons in the summoning circle. This is just bad timing for me because I opened a bunch to fund my upgrading of Asgard-related things. So had I planned a little bit better or known a little bit ahead, would have probably managed my bankroll. Well, not my bankroll, but my gold roll and my summoning spheres a little bit differently, but it is what it is for right now. Now, remember, these do have some fragments, typically orange and violet. They can be pretty much anything that are, going to be little parts that are useful still, though, nonetheless. So completing different tasks gets us some golden thread. So I don't know if you guys have already done this. I have not. So I'm going to be looking at it a lot more carefully here. Incognito says hello to everyone. Hello, Incognito. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Anthony says the new pattern event is okay, but to get the decent prizes, you have to spend a lot. Yeah, no questioning for me there. And they could have given more threads for spending gold and using summoning spheres. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I'm not arguing with you there. I think that makes sense. There are some threads. Is this the last island map or will there be more? I'm going to assume there's going to be more, being completely honest with you. I think it's a money opportunity for Hero Wars. They've seemed to be doing pretty well financially on these maps. So I expect them to keep going, Prax. Or Gary, sorry. So there should be at least, okay, practicing. There's one more to go. I think they're going to keep this up. They really are trying to promote these flags. And I don't think there's a reason for them to stop kind of putting them in, being completely honest. I do think they should cap the max attributes, though, after a certain point. I don't really know what that point is, but they definitely should. Hey, John Jensen, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. And Cody says, we finally got above freezing in North Carolina, but not by much. Whew. Sounds a little bit chilly, to say the least. I don't know if any of you guys caught, well, maybe you didn't even see the game, but the Buffalo Bills, I believe, right, played with a bunch of snow just recently against, I want to say, who did they play? They played relatively recent, like last weekend, and I'm just blanking on. So there was like a complete like blizzard essentially in Buffalo, and so they had to change. It was Pittsburgh, right? Pittsburgh Steelers, I want to say. They played the Steelers, and the weather was just crazy. The seats were all snowed in. I don't know if any of you guys caught that on social media. Anyway, but yeah, that sounds very frosty. We'll put it that way. All right, let's see here. We got some things that we can do. But let's take a look at who we can upgrade first. So Astaroth, Jew, have some dodge here for Nebula. That could be helpful. Armor for Jew. We'll upgrade him once. Still have a skin to unlock for Yasmin. We will upgrade her dodge skin a bit, though. More dodge never is bad, in my opinion. So we'll do that. Let's see, daily quests, claim, and we're gonna have to spend a bunch of gold anyway, so we will be picking up as much as we can. Do we have any other summoning spheres available? Probably not. We will pick up this energy, though. I want to kind of progress a little bit to get some of those free daily openings, right? The ones for our heroic chest. Save those up, stocking them up as best we can in the Soul Atrium. We're going to claim that there. Up to 15 now. Saved. Let's see. Mail. Nope. Special events. Claim, claim, claim. And the other thing I want to look at is the weaving patterns a little bit more specifically as well. Let's see. Summons. I don't even have 10. That's annoying. We'll open 5. We're going to need the gold anyway. But it really would have been nice if I had saved a little bit more wisely leading up to this event for that. Can't really do too much about it now. Let's see, Merchant. We will buy the XP potions. Oh, we'll pick up the Diviner's Orb. No. Let's see, Dark Grail. Nope. Siren Song, yes. No, no. No, yes. All right. Desert Blade, always need those. Looks like you need a lot, but it's kind of too expensive for my taste. We will pick up the Piercing Gaze, Tower Coins, Prospero's Helmet. Sphere Power we will pick up. No. Dragon's Heart will pick up. We might need it later. Soul Shop. Runian Helm, always useful. Some of these other items, a little less so, but we'll pick up the Panoptic Orb. It's just a nuisance to build. Nothing special about it, if I'm being completely honest. But, you know, we'll grab it. All right, so there is that. We've gone through. We send our gifts out as well. The Winter Island has 44 days left. That's true. 44 days left. And I'm still trying to get some more. You know, I think there's a way to get another flag in this area here. But I need to get pretty much all the explorers' moves to do so, right? So I need to make sure I'm progressing in this pet season, which is kind of tough to do, but we'll try our best. Let's see, there's one. Let's see, there's one there. 1, 2, 3, 4 explore moves, and that should get me at least one more flag-related item if I can pick them all up. Defeating Dark Star in 2 campaigns. So they're recommending this one here. Dark Stars there. Oh, we'll use some we'll use some emeralds to go through this one here. We're going to fight it twice and hopefully have a chill time. Nice little knockouts there. This should be pretty straightforward. There's a dark star there. Try this one more time, and that should be our 2 wins against Dark Star in campaign. See the win. Yep. Okay. Calnap says Winter Island subscriptions is the best choice if you intend to maximize rewards from the weaving patterns. That makes sense. I'm just not really wanting to, if I'm being honest, I just don't want to spend right now on Hero Wars. Just because I'm trying to keep to a tight budget when it comes to gaming right now, and I'm trying to keep my overhead a little bit low on in terms of like Hero Wars spending. I've spent a fair amount. I like kind of went back and did the math on it. I was like, it's a little bit of a bigger number than I thought. So I'm kind of backing off on too much spending right this second. But I will say, like, I do think there are certain things that are decent value. I mean, that's too expensive in my opinion. Well, I guess 8-week subscriptions for the whole time. So if you're going to get it, you should get it. But, yeah, it is pretty pricey, I will say. So I understand completely. Interesting that they have the timings on these for how long you can activate tickets. Yeah, $45. I mean, I get it, but it is not cheap either, right? It's not the cheapest thing. I'm not saying it's super expensive, but I'm not saying it's super cheap either. All right, let's see here. Upgrading hero skills. We'll do that right now. That's pretty straightforward. Iris is done. Chaba is done as well. Satori, Polaris. I know last time I went to Kayla, but I think there might be someone else who also, maybe not, needs it before her. Cornelius, no. Okay, so it is just Kayla, and then we're moving down the list for heroes, but that should be a good amount of gold expended as well. So let's see, pet season. Okay, just need to complete missions to get more rewards. And we also probably will end up using some bottled energy. I do actually I do want these rewards here. I think this is well, not the gold aspect, but I'm saying the summoning of the great ones rewards here. Oh, nope, sorry. The energy. I really want these soul crystals. That's what I'm saying I want. All right, so golden threads. What can we do with them? I'm not super familiar. Let's take a look. War flags. All right, golden threads patterns. So I guess what you can do is you can upgrade these different patterns by finding them, combining them, and using the threads to upgrade. So I guess you need to have 2 patterns to upgrade, and then you use the threads to bind them together to make them stronger. So I guess that's how you do it. Not super like, I mean, I guess it feels a little bit money grabby to me. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong, but it does feel a little bit, okay, fine, fair enough. But yeah, obviously I don't have like all 3. I know you could probably get 2 of them for free, I think, if you were playing it like super like strategically. I did not. But yeah, I mean, I think eventually we'll have to be able to get all the flags, but we'll see how it goes. If you buy the island subscription, you get 40 extra moves from this current event. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one aspect as well. I probably personally won't do it, but it is definitely an option for sure. If you are really serious about getting these flags, and I'm gonna get them, but I'm not gonna try to go crazy, and I don't have to be the first one to get all the flags in my opinion currently, but I do understand. Calum says Winter Island. Yep, okay. Darkstar defeats are best in Chapter 8, with alternative being Chapter 10. If you need certain items like Staff of Neutralization, which gives you magic penetration. So there's the tip there from CalNat, right? If you have that task still, Chapter 8 is a good place to go to maximize the best potential return on your rewards that you're going to need item-wise potentially. Okay, Praxis, Kane, Merlin, or Mara, which one to max out to Violet +3? Now, this is a good question. I mean, I think there's always great questions when it comes to individual teams and figuring out which pet you should be focusing on. So let's take a look here. You're saying Kane, Merlin, and or Mara. Now, my top choice here depends on your team. So I personally would probably pick Kane or Mara over Merlin currently. And the main reason being Kane, if you have Aurora, should be top priority. If Aurora is your main tank, Kane should be the one you go to. If you use Yasmin in your main team, Kane is also someone you should have. Dante, I would also say Kane should be equipped. But if you don't have that, then I would go to Mara, supposing you have Isaac as an option. If you have Isaac, I actually do really like Mara. I do think Mara is very versatile as well. Doesn't have to go onto Isaac, but when I see the effects of Mara with Isaac in regular PvP, it seems to be a little more impressive. As opposed to some of the other combinations. So that would probably be my go-to, but Merlin's not bad either. It just really depends on who you have attached. So if you have, trying to think who you might have, that would be kind of pertinent actually to having Merlin available. I mean, I guess the only one that I would really think is like super important, mega important is Celeste. But I still think Merlin should be second priority to either, Aurora as your tank with Kane or Mara with a strong support. I'm looking at someone who has like a mad stun effect, potentially. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. But that's kind of where I'm at. I would probably start personally with, again, if you have Aurora, go with Kane. But if you don't have Aurora, I would personally go with Mara. That's who I would do. I went with Albus first because Albus was my favorite pet. He did the most damage for me early on when I was, starting out in Hero Wars. But since then, Axel was like the newer pet and has been really good for me. I was going to go to Fenris next because Kark, right, is my tertiary option. Axel was kind of my healing option to start. Then I went to my main offensive threat, which is Kark, and Fenris was, for all purposes, that option. But when Vex came out, Vex has, superseded him in stats in pretty much all categories. So I've had to shift my approach, and now I'm focusing on Vex. So that's where I'm going with that. Justin, you're not wrong. This is a cash wreck. Yeah, I will say I think the flags to me don't make a lot of sense right now. I'm not saying they're bad. I just think that right now they're kind of like almost too hard to acquire without spending funds, that I'm like, I'm not really looking to spend a whole lot to acquire an item that minimal. I mean, it does impact your play, but I'm not willing to spend too much to get that investment. It's kind of how I'm seeing it right now, just because the time that I'm playing Hero Wars isn't so great that the investment is currently worth it. I'm not saying that won't change in the future. Right now, though, for me, it does make sense. So, yeah, no, I get it. I will say some people, it does make sense. But for me right now, I'm not in that mindset when it comes to spending on the flags. Yeah, Anthony agrees. If you have Aurora, Yasmin, or Dante, should probably consider getting Kane. I agree 100% on that. Hey, Rantop, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream, as we are currently trying to upgrade Krista here and maybe bring in a couple more energies here for her. Really dual purpose here. Not only are we trying to make her better, we're also really trying to grab, well, I guess triple threat, right? We're trying to really grab the soul crystals, which is what I want. And then Ascension to Asgard, that's just a bonus. We do get some more completions for using energy right there. So there's that. Let's see. We're going to grab this here. And really, I think the best thing to do, right, now that I've kind of seen this event, kind of have an idea of what we're looking at, just collect as much golden thread as you can. You're going to probably need it. And the more you upgrade, the more golden thread you're going to need, the more patterns we find. And based on the fact that, if I'm looking here correct, right, if I'm looking at these flags, right, and right now you have a level 1 flag, okay? You have a level 1 upgrade on your flag. Now, if you get another 1% upgrade, you're going to get a 2% potential build, right? And that costs 150 golden threads. Knowing how Hero Wars works, the next time you get a plus 1%, you're going to need more golden thread, right? So the higher the level you upgrade, the more resources you're going to need. So at this point, this kind of golden thread event, all it's good for right now is to pick up as much golden thread as you can and just store it, unless you actually have a way you can upgrade your current flag, right? Unless you actually have something that's worth upgrading, just store them, hold on to them. There's no real reason to, to go too crazy on this event, to not go too, to get at least your free rewards, but don't go crazy is kind of what I'm trying to get at. Okay, sorry. Let me get back to the comments here. I like Mara for Anvari, but Kane works with Nebula. I agree with that. Depends on your team. I agree, but I don't think Kane and Nebula are high priority compared to some of your other heroes. Depending on what your team comp is, just usually going to probably be. Praxis, they're all Violet +3, but I have the Gift of Sanctuary. Nebula maxed, Jew maxed, and Celeste maxed with Kark. Yeah, I mean, okay, so if I'm looking at your squad here, and I guess my question is, who do you normally equip Mara with, Prax? Because I understand, I understand Kane, right? You're going to equip with Nebula, and Mara makes great sense with Celeste. So I totally understand that as well. But the question for me kind of comes in, where does Mara come into play for your pets based on the current heroes you're telling me about? I guess Mara with Kark could work, right? That could work. It's not a popular option that I see too often, but it could work. If that is an option. I got to look at it again. I don't quite know. Is that an option? Let's see. Mara with Kark. I think it sounds good, but I don't know if it actually works. Let me see here. Is that an option? Mara and Kark. Oh, it is. Okay, so Mara with Kark. Okay. I don't dislike it, honestly. Don't dislike Mara. Let's see. Skills. Mind Control. Dark Guard. Deadly Weakness. Increases duration of stun, silence, charm, and mind control effects. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of thinking actually, Prax, now that I kind of see what you're saying, right, with your heroes, I kind of am leaning towards, and I'm going to just ask this, I'm going to put this out hypothetically. So if you're finding that your team is dying a little bit too quick, depending on your opponents, I would probably go with, okay, sorry, I'm stuck in this chair in a weird spot. Okay. What I would probably go with, depending on what you have, right, based on what you just told me, I'm probably thinking that either Celeste or Nebula should probably be the main focus. So I'm kind of thinking, right, Merlin or Kane a little bit more. I don't dislike Mara, but the more that you know what you're kind of telling me here is kind of pushing me towards promoting Merlin. Let's see. Maybe another way to look at this too is how many heroes you have within under the title of the same hero. I know that's a little bit of a cheat, but that is one way to go too. Merlin has a bunch of magic attackers. It's pretty one-dimensional. I know Kane has very few heroes that are available, which makes Kane a very risk-heavy investment. So for me, Kane's probably going to be not the first one I would invest in. Mara has a ton of heroes that make sense. You know what? Here's my recommendation. Based on what I'm seeing here, I think I would go Mara. Sorry, I know I've been flip-flopping. I would go Mara, Merlin, Kane. I like all of them, but that's probably what I would go based on what your team kind of composition is looking like and who can benefit from it. I think there's a wider array of heroes for Mara that you can use. And let's say you're using, multiple teams, right? Multiple attackers in Grand Arena, or forget Grand Arena. Let's talk about Clash of Worlds. Clash of Worlds, you can reuse a pet. You can't reuse a hero. So this would give you more options, assuming your second or third team might have a hero that you can designate with Mara. I would go with Mara. Mara would probably be my next top choice, although I will say Vex for me is going to be my Kark go-to. Yeah, I like Mara. I like Mara. So I had to think about it for a while. I had to talk it out. But yeah, I really would like to see Vex. I know someone just mentioned here. Let's see. I would put Vex with Kark. I think I'm going to do that as well. Probably go with Mara for Kark. I agree. I like Mara with Kark as well. Well, I would recommend Mara. Nebula receives extra physical attack stat from Kayn. Makes sense. Mara's best for Arachne or Leanne. I do like her with Isaac a lot. Orion. Mara gives Kark some magic defense. It's a good point as well. Practices, that's what I was thinking regarding Rantop's comment. Downside is Kark has a good amount of magic defense. He doesn't gain energy so quickly when he takes hits from Celeste and other mages. Mara magic defense doesn't matter against strong heroes. It extends Kark's stun up to 6 seconds. I like that too. The stun for a longer period is kind of like the differentiator for me. I like that a little bit more. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I know I've been pushing for Mara to get up there as well, but Vex right now is kind of my side upgrade, if you will. I think I'm going to try to get Vex up there. Once I get Vex done, I'm going to Mara. So for me, Vex, Mara, then probably Kayn. And then I'll kind of reassess. But right now, that's the angle I'm going for my team. But I think for your squad, I like Mara currently. Downside is that if... Okay. Generally, Mara is the best with mage control heroes. Yeah, no, I hear that. But it does give you a lot of versatility, actually. If you look at how many heroes it can patron with, it's a pretty impressive list. Compare that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4 is 20, 21. Compare that to Kayn. You've got 9 heroes. So, I mean, I like Kayn a lot. Don't get me wrong. It just, there's very limited currently with who you can pair Kayn with. Kark's shield that gains energy from physical attacks won't gain him energy from magic enemies. That's fair as well. There's a lot of pros and cons with everything. I think it's hard to make the final decision, but if it were me, of the pets that you're looking to upgrade, I would probably consider upgrading Mara. Since you're already that far in, I think Mara makes sense and is very useful down the line. As people are also saying, you can transition that into another hero down the line if you so desire, right? You can patron Mara with them as well. So I think that makes sense. I am also waiting for them to put Vex in the pet summoning. I think someone mentioned that. It does feel like forever. I did just spend the 10 that I needed to do for the pet adventures, but I'm planning on trying to save as many pet eggs as I can leading into a future edition of our friendly neighborhood Vex. All right, let me start up this adventure. As I mentioned that I am trying to save up some eggs. So we'll do that. But yeah, hopefully that helps. I know, a lot of opinions there, Prax, but hopefully that does help. I think Mara is probably your best bet currently. I don't dislike the other two, though. I will just say for you personally, it sounds like Mara makes the most, sense with your comp and some other things. Cool. Okay, I'm glad we talked that out. I think it was good. I think everyone had a lot of good points to contribute there. Caleb says, I would love if Chaba could get Mara patronage. In this case, Chaba could slow down enemies at the beginning battle, not for 2 seconds, but 6, and it could be huge. I don't dislike that idea. I don't know how it, I don't know if Hero Wars would be able to implement that, but I like the idea. I do. All right, sorry, let me get back on track here and just run right through this adventure, because we're just going to let Leto, whoever, that guy is, be the one to have to finish things off if they're just going to stand there. We're going to finish off our portion of this adventure, and then I want to just kind of run through and raid this as many times as I can. I know I've got at least 6 portal charges from prior events I'd like to use, because I think I'll get some more in a bit. Anyway, all right, let's do this. Crush it. Crush this adventure. And we're going to try to collect some more threads. And I really need to figure out a better way to expend a little more energy to get the maximum, free rewards, if you will, from the old heroic chest. I think what's it called now? I'm trying to remember. It has that like tower. You guys know what I'm talking about. But it is essentially the heroic chest. It's just they changed the name, and I'm trying to remember what the exact name is now. Anyway, I want to get a bunch of those open potential possibilities, which is I like the fact that we can open 10 at a time. That new wrinkle is kind of cool, but definitely something I need to utilize in the future. I'm just trying to collect as many as I can right now, though, of those heroic chest openings. I'm going to keep calling it heroic chest unless I can finally remember what the old name of the openings are. It's like your daily open. I don't quite remember. Anyway, all right, let's cruise through this. We're going to cruise through this. We're going to do a little bit more of the current event. We will probably get at least 1 or 2 hits in the arena. We'll double check, triple check the merchant. Make sure everything's cleared away in Asgard in terms of like necessary free items we can pick up from the event. And we'll probably get close to wrapping up at that point. So that's kind of the game plan for the rest of this live. Let's see, what else is going on today? I'm trying to remember. I know obviously there is an early basketball. I want to say there's an early NBA game. I also believe like Australian football is starting up. Yes, Altar of Souls. Thank you, Rantop. They keep switching up these names. I mean, it used to just be the heroic chest. It was really straightforward for 4 or 5 years. But now Altar of Souls, oh man, they keep like reworking some of these things, and the changes that they make are so, in my opinion, minute that it's like, they're just changing names on things. Anyway, all right, so there's that. We've done our part in that particular adventure. Let's expend this energy on Krista. See if we can get at least one of these Simon's Enlightenments, or close to one. 178. It's moving in the right direction. We also were upgrading Kayla. Hopefully I have enough gold to do a couple more upgrades. Ooh, we'll do this lower end point upgrade for skills. Do need to pick up more gold though, man. I am short on gold, so we will probably do a tower run. Special event, weaving pattern. We got 2 more great pulls right there for the soul crystals. We need to spend a bunch more gold to get those 50 golden threads. I would also have really liked, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, I think it would be cool if Hero Wars in the future allows you to repeat these items. I know on Hero Wars Mobile, they have a feature where if once you like run through the entirety of the list, you get to restart a new list starting again from, opening 10, etc. So that would be nice with the gold. That'd give you a chance to get more golden thread. I actually think it would also incentivize more spending, if I'm being completely honest. But, I think that would be kind of cool. All right, let's see. Same with this. I think a lot of people would really go all in on investing in soul crystals. But hey, you know what? I'm not in charge of that. That's what I would do though. If I was really trying to maximize profits, that's what I'd do. All right, Grand Arena. We've looked here. We do have to look at Arena. Get at least 2 hits in today. We're going to go for it. And the main change I'm going to make here is we're going to do Kark. But accounting for our buddy Yasmin here, we're going to put in Helios. Put Martha back there as well. I do like Seb, but I want someone a little punchier to help take down that Rufus. Kind of an annoyance. I'm going to go Faceless. This is a unique combination I don't usually go to too often. I'm going to run it. Also, the interesting thing here is Amara, when equipped to Kark, it does give you magic defense, but the magic attack is, I hate to say like wasted, because it's actually a decent amount of skill. Definitely doesn't feel like it gives you as much oomph as you might be able to get, or as much utility as it would be on another hero, like maybe like Faceless or someone else. Sorry, got sidetracked. Just thought of it as I was looking here because I was like, there's a reason I didn't usually go to Mara. We'll see though. I think every team's a little different. Anyway, let's see. Magic attack and armor is good, and that is also the highest stats. Health, that's a good amount, but I honestly don't have anything to compare this Oliver health upgrade to, but we'll give the health upgrade to Martha, and we'll see how this goes. Maybe I win, maybe I lose. We got to get 2 hits in. I really like to get at least 2 because then I know I for sure got my hit in. If I do 1, I at least are guaranteed a grand arena, well, a fighting prize, right? So it could be arena or grand arena, but you're guaranteed a brawl fight reward, right? With the emeralds, ranking reward. That's probably a better way of putting it. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Can we take down this Yasmin, who for some reason is targeting my Faceless? Not cool. Not cool at all. Got rid of her, though. That is cool. Got rid of Sebastian. Huge. Rufus is down as well. Really just leaves us with 2 heroes. I'm not too concerned. If I can get my Faceless to copy Kark instead of Astaroth, that would be nice. But if we get rid of Martha here, we have almost assured victory. Forgot I'm using Albus. I like that. I like Albus. Forgot how much I enjoy his extra damage output with Kark on the field. And Helios actually is doing a fair amount of damage. Maybe I should upgrade him a little bit more as well. But I am happy with my Helios' progress. Remember, I started my Helios when he was at purple, and Yasmin was just starting to run rampant on my server. So let me see here. Helios Santos, and his not even done on his stats. So that's pretty decent because he's knocking heroes out. So let's see. Oh, we can't run quite that much because I don't have enough gold, but that's a start. Let me grab some gold here. What we're gonna do first is the tower run. Did I have Merlin on Helios? I think so. Now I'm like doubting myself. I'll check after. I'll know for sure after, but I was impressed with his damage output right there. That seemed like more than I usually expect from him. So we'll take a look. Maybe Merlin was. If so, then I think that's not a bad combo. Because Merlin, for me, doesn't usually deal a lot of damage outside of like reflector energy, right? So like usually Helios gets hit, and then Helios is like, I don't like that. And then like they deflect the damage dealt back to the opponent, which is why Yasmin gets knocked out almost every time. But yeah, Helios looked good there, so I'll have to see if Merlin was attached. I don't know if he was. Might have been. I wouldn't be surprised. But I do want some gold here, so we're going to grab some gold, and then we'll check my attack log, which should tell me what we did. Someone might also remember, but that's okay. We're going to look in 2 shakes of a sec. All right, there's that claim, arena log. And no, we actually had Biscuit attached to Helios right there. Probably could have had Merlin, but I went with Biscuit. Biscuit did great. Let's see here. What else can we do for Helios, if anything, right this second? Artifacts were locked there. Skins. Probably do a little bit on the magic attack, but we don't want to go too crazy either. Romantic skin. That's probably the most... Well, that and the champion skin will probably make the most sense. But I will say stat-wise, romantic skin makes a lot more sense in terms of a single upgrade. Because I think the stats are better. 975 versus 1012. And we're at level 13 versus level 10 or 20. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to upgrade just one skin, it's going to be the magic attack. I still think he looks funny in this one. I'll put him in that one. All right, sorry. The masquerade skins are a little ridiculous, and that one's pretty dang funny. if you ask me. All right, sorry. There's that. The airship, right? We got to do our airship. That's why Yaz targeted Faceless with Merlin on Helios. He puts up the Flaming Sphere faster, so Yasmin attacks Helios more often, and he crushes Yaz. Gotcha. All right, I'll put that. I'll keep that in my memory bank a little bit more. We got some more. I feel like I always get the first artifact for Judge from my expedition maps. I don't know. Is that just me, or does everyone get the same? Does everyone get the same expedition every single day, or is it like catered to like you specifically? Curious. Anyway, I feel like I get a lot of these Judge first artifacts where I'm like, don't need that many Judge first artifacts. Yeah, I mean, I can already do some upgrades there, but we'll hold off right this second. Let's see. Well, Fafner's someone I want to upgrade, so we're going to look at that real quick. And one evolution there is not going to kill us. For one Chaos Core, I can live with it. We are trying to work on Fafner throughout the year. Mush and Shroom, someone I'm looking at as well, but not really in a rush on Fafner. Corvus. Rufus is okay. We're going to try to look at, let's see, Dante. Okay, Dante's in the purple already, which means we can upgrade Kira a little bit. Kind of surprised I have my Kira so much weaker than everything else, but guess that's what I did. All right, let's see. Can anyone that's useful to me get leveled up a bit? Let's see. Iris here has the capability of going to absolute for us here. Let's see. Is that what's best for my long-term team? Kind of leaning, honestly, towards Polaris, which might sound ridiculous, but I kind of like Polaris. I want to see her in action. I know Iris is good. Or do I go the Choppa route? Man, this is such a tough call. I think I'm going to go the Choppa route. I think I'm trying to max all these out. We're going to do that, and I have a bunch of returning first artifacts from Choppa to the merchant. We go. Trade those in. Didn't need them. So Choppa's first artifact now is absolute. Choppa, going to be a future hero for me anyway. So there is Choppa. We have some skins to upgrade here as well. I'm just going to look. Physical attack, physical attack. He's got some good potential skin upgrades for sure. I have a lot of kind of made items already for him because he has a lot of the overlap actually with Kark in terms of itemage, which is very intriguing. All right, sorry, there is that. Okay, so we've done that. We've got the daily quest going. We've got the airship running. Braintop says I get a lot of faceless artifacts. Okay, very nice. Yeah, I feel like I always get Judge artifacts for like no reason. I'm like, I don't need Judge artifacts. Like, we're good on Judge. But anyway, all right, so there's that. Daily quest. What have I not done that's super necessary? I guess I'll do that later. I'm not running the dungeon while we're here. I'm sorry, that's a snooze fest. All right, there's one upgrade of Fafner there. We'll get a little bit of potion there. And we spent some gold, getting us some more golden threads. Ooh, you do get 5 Explorer's moves, but you need to do all 40 tasks. I think Prax may have mentioned that earlier, but that seems like a lot. Energy. I am really intrigued to spend more energy, but I don't know how much more I have. Probably not that much. I don't want to claim them for the portal charges still being there currently. We're going to hold off. Let's see, unless there's something that really makes sense to open here. We're going to open out the Mandrake flowers. Try to get some more gold, really, essentially, at the end of the day here. Try to pick up some more gold, because that's what we need. Flawless artifact chests. I'm going to go with the middle one here. Julius Dolls, got a good amount of those. Wish crystals, we're good. Good there. We are stored up. Coins. Currently chilling. All right. So that is that. The adventure. We're just waiting on that last guy to finish off the adventure, right? Yep, that's what we're doing there. Okay, cool. Let's go up here. And we will check the sanctuary one last time here. I'm trying to give an estimation. Okay, let me see here. So we've had Vex in the game for, I want to say, a while now. I'm trying to think. When do I expect to see him in the Pet of Summoning? I would say 2 months. I think we see him involved in the pet summoning in March, the 3rd month of the year. That makes sense to me. I think that seems like a more than fair timeline. If I don't see him by that time, I'm going to be asking the devs, like, when do we get him into the pet summoning tree? So I've got until then to start saving up some eggs before I start questioning like what's going on Hero Wars. Anyway, sell your big potions. Probably could. I don't need gold that bad at this point because I do have, I've completed everything gold-wise in timeless values, and there's no real reason to, expedite spending right this second. But you're right. That is a great option as well. Energy spending there might make sense. Unlocking Ascension Glyphs. That's why I might need it. Astral Providence. Unless I can do 4, it doesn't make sense. We can only do 1. We'll hold off. Going forward. I mean, really the only thing that makes sense here is spending some spending some energy, emeralds, to get energy, to try to spend some energy to get those items there and double dip, right, and get into these guys here. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense to do too much more for these events currently. All right, last thing. Any consumables that make sense? Not added to that chest. We do have the lesser pet soul chests that I did not know that I had. So I opened those. How many chaos particles do we get out of that? Let's see. Coins. Didn't see any chaos particles. Really? Why did I feel like I had some... There we go. I was going to say, I definitely feel like I had some chaos particles. Okay, there's 1. We'll upgrade that, and we got Vex. So I really, I do need to ultimately get some soul stones of Vex. But we'll keep upgrading him in the meantime. He's up to purple +1. So he's surpassed Biscuit, Cane, and Merlin for me. But once I get him to purple +2, that's when things get really tough. And I have to focus on getting him to purple +3. So, okay. Vex is moving on his way. Airship's done. We've got everything clutched up. So there's that. We've got everything out of the way here. Incognito says, all my totems are absolute star. Has anyone tried to gift a totem fragment to a guildmate? Did you have any trouble? So the way that works is simply, done this before, you click use, and you can actually message, well, you need to message support, so get help, then do support and say, I'd like to send this sphere to a guildmate, and you have their ID, right? Account ID, just like I ask for all the time, and they can actually transfer that for you. So that is totally doable. You message support, should be pretty straightforward. So if you want to do that, Incognito, it's no problem. Practice. It seems I get great pulls from the summoning spheres while I'm streaming. While you're streaming, thanks, no problem. Congrats on the good luck. You pulled 2,500 or 250 Titan Soul Stones. Very nice. Congrats on that. That's awesome. I probably won't have that kind of luck here, but we will claim our 2 certificates for sure. I'm going to go ahead and open these. Not all of them. I'm going to open 40 of these summoning spheres. Probably not going to have too much luck, but we'll take any items we can grab. So we will do that. Rantop says, I still need 11 fragments, so I don't know about that, Incognito. Yeah, I need a bunch as well. I need pretty much my light and dark totems are pretty weak. Need to keep working on those, to say the least. So we'll trade in what we can at the merchant here. And I think we're just trying to focus on the first artifact of our Dark Super Titan, Tenebris, who still needs almost, well, less than 6,000, but still a good amount of artifacts. I'm going to put out a calculator here. 9,000 minus 3,547, 5,453 more of her first Nephthys' Reaper. So we grab that there. 428. Still over 5,000 is what we need to ultimately get her done. But that's okay. Solaris making some progress there. Nothing I want to do, but I do still need to grab 4,500 just to get to level 5, right? Level 5 of the Gleaming Balance Seal. Gonna be a progress. Slowly but surely. All right, so there's that. Let's see. Anything else we can do to help our light and dark titans? We can evolve that one there. Anything else? So Ragel's first artifact is now upgraded. That's about it right now. All right, cool. So we have those guys going. Elemental spirits. Now this is the totems, and we can do one upgrade of the level of the dark totem. So we'll do it level 92, and it feels like every 3 or 4 weeks now I'm upgrading a little bit of my totem. It's just a slow process. So we're at 2-star and 1-star. Gonna be a while, I think, before I end up pulling them all. But slow and surely, I'm gonna be waiting for a discount on the altar once again. I'm going to try to save as many emeralds as I can, but it's going to be a slow process. I'm going to pick up the 2024 emeralds and just leave them in my mail. All right, one more arena attack, then we are going to have our picker wheel and get stuff done. Random says I did 2,000 Titanite in the dungeon yesterday while watching football. That's impressive. If you can pull that off, well, first of all, hats off to you for that. That's impressive. Second of all, I like the multitasking there of pairing that up with football. That's cool. I like that. That's good. Productive, nonetheless. All right, we're going to put Nebula in here. Do we go Nebula or do we go Faceless? Magic Armor. We're going to go Merlin here, actually. Merlin on Faceless. I'm intrigued. Let's see how this plays out. Maybe we have a good turnout. Maybe we don't. All right, we're going to do this. Then we are going to pop open our picker wheel and have some winners. I hear you, Incognito. I hear you. Random says it was painful, but I'm almost top 50 in dungeon. I hear you. I hear you. Hey, Justin Gilby, nice to have you here. We'll add you to the picker wheel if you're not already on it. I mean, hopefully the picker wheel picks you out. All right, let's see how we have things run here. Good start so far, knocking out Maya once already. That clears out Astaroth's revivability. So now we just need to knock out one of Helios or Maya. Come on, Kark, get some energy, please. And nice, we got some silence there from Isaac. Just need Kark to go off. Okay, Maya's out, so we should be in a good spot. Yeah, there we go, we got it. This is gonna be a dub. We got enough energy recaptured there. Nice little win. Cool, all right. So it is now picker wheel time. Let's pop open the picker wheel here. Open up Safari, picker wheel. We're going on an adventure to the picker wheel. We're going to open it up here, file, open, edit. Oop. Sunday Facebook. Make sure Justin Gilby's on here. If he's not, nope. It's a short list. Justin Gilby. believe you're added already to the Saturday list, but probably not the Sunday list. That is, the Sunday list is from the Discord, right? Remember that. And every month, right, we redo these things. February will be a little different, mainly because of my streaming schedule. I'll keep you guys informed on that once I solidify it. But anyway, here's the Sunday Facebook list. All right, good luck, everybody. Justin, you're right there. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who we've got for today's Facebook winner. We're going to have more winners next week. We're going to be using the same list, so don't panic. All right, so we got one web winner, one Facebook winner, any reward of your choice. Let's see who our Facebook winner is today. It is going to be Johnny J44. You are our winner for today. I'll be messaging you on Discord after the live, unless you want to reach out to me or let me know if you happen to be here. All right, so there is that. Johnny J, congrats. You are our Facebook winner. We've got a web winner here as well. So let's see who that lucky winner is before we wrap up today's shorter stream and lead you guys into an hour before we have the first NFL football game. So you have some time to eat or something. All right, let's see who we've got here. It is going to be, it's either Riddler or Maverick. Who is it? It is Riddler. Riddler is our second winner for today. We're going to have more winners next week, and after that I will have to officially probably plan out my February schedule. So with that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me here on this live stream. John, let me know what you want for your Facebook reward, or I'll message you on Discord, either way. But yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here on this stream. We're gonna have more winners again next weekend, and if you guys enjoy some football, hope you guys have a good time enjoying it. Make sure you stay warm, stay safe. And with that being said, guys, I look forward to seeing you guys very soon in Dominion. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here on this live stream. Have a good one, everyone.